intelligent, good-looking, a high achiever from a rich family. He likes the Lion King movie. And I will add that I think he is narcissistic. They always say that pride comes before a fall. I do believe that flirting with the woman at the front desk of the hostel in New York, when he dropped his mask and exposed his face, helped to get Luigi Mangione caught. Allegedly, he hasn't been charged in connection to UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson's death yet. Mangione is now a person of interest in the crime that left Brian Thompson deceased. UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson, as you know, was unalived in Midtown Manhattan last Wednesday. Today, Monday, December 9th, 2024, 26-year-old Luigi Nicholas Mangione was arrested in Altoona, Pennsylvania, on firearms charges. The police say Mangione is believed to be their person of interest in Thompson's death. I'm going to call him Luigi because for some reason it's easier for me to say than Mangione. Luigi was eating in a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, when an employee who'd seen the images of the suspect in Thompson's death dialed 911 to report the sighting. Apparently, Luigi was on a Greyhound bus traveling through Altoona on Monday morning when he got off and walked into a McDonald's where an employee spotted him. The police arrived to find Luigi eating and working on his laptop. Apparently, the suspect in New York City was also spotted at one point during his 10-day stay in the city, working on a laptop in a McDonald's. Mangione's face, including his bushy eyebrows, are what got him nabbed. It's the old eyebrow spotting again, just like in the Moscow, Idaho case. Guys, you gotta trim those bushy eyebrows. Now, Mangione is just a person of interest. He hasn't been charged in Thompson's death. After approaching Luigi, who was said to be acting suspiciously, the police found him to be carrying multiple fake IDs, including one from New Jersey, as well as a U.S. passport. The cops are saying, though, that based on what they found, so far they don't think that he was planning to flee the country. The cops also recovered a firearm that they said was on his person, as well as a suppressor or silencer, both said to be consistent with the weapon used in the crime against Thompson. They also found a mask and some clothing consistent with those worn by the wanted individual. Luigi also had that fake New Jersey ID, matching the one that was used by the suspect at the hostel in New York City. The cops also found a handwritten 3-page document that they say speaks to his motivation and mindset. The cops could not say if the document is online, and you can bet that sleuths are searching for it as I say this. Some reporters are calling this document a manifesto. The police say that based on the document, it appears that he has some, quote, ill will toward corporate America, end quote. But Los Angeles Magazine is reporting that the manifesto talked against healthcare companies specifically. Luigi, if he's cooperating, is either being interviewed as we speak, or he will be soon interviewed by detectives from New York City. The police say they've received hundreds of tips, including the one that got him nabbed at that McDonald's. They also say they have an enormous amount of forensic evidence. Luigi will be facing firearms charges in Pennsylvania because of the weapon he was carrying. The New York City police will be extraditing him back to New York at some point to face charges there. And right now, again, as I'm speaking, the cops are scrubbing Mangione's social media. Let's talk about the weapon. The cops are saying it is a Ghost GUN that had the capability of firing a 9mm round. Mangione also had a suppressor with him. By ghost gun, the cops are referring to a weapon that can be made on a 3D printer. So scary to hear that. The weapon will be subjected to ballistics testing to see if it can be connected to the 9mm rounds that were found at the crime scene. The police don't know if Luigi made this thing himself. They're also saying right now that they think he acted alone in the crime, allegedly. Now here's what the police have discovered about Luigi. This is also what reporters have so far discovered about him. He was born and raised in Maryland. He also has ties to San Francisco, California, and his last address was in Honolulu, Hawaii. The police believe Luigi attended college in Pennsylvania. He has no arrest history in New York or anywhere else in the U.S. Now, Luigi is the son of wealthy resort and country club owners from Maryland. That's very interesting. They own the Turf Valley Resort and the Hayfields Country Club. This makes him ditching the pricey $330 backpack in Central Park more understandable. Like, if that were me, I would have a hard time parting with a pricey item like that, but maybe coming from a rich family, it's no big deal to him. That whole dump the backpack which you filled with Monopoly money makes no sense to me. It seems like the backpack must be rife with DNA. I mean, how could Luigi prevent his DNA from getting on that puppy? We know he's got some major curly hair and some very bushy eyebrows. He graduated valedictorian of his high school class of 2016 at the Gilman School. This is an all-boys prep school in Baltimore, Maryland, not far from the swanky suburb of Thompson, where he grew up. The school's tuition is $40,000 a year. Now, Luigi claims to have completed a master's and bachelor's degree, both in computer science, from the University of Pennsylvania. He also has accounts on X, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Goodreads. I have to say he comes across as a well-read person who loathes capitalism. I wonder if mommy and daddy didn't give him a trust fund. He's said to be a tech whiz. He also liked comments made by the Unabomber Ted Krasinski discussing the healthcare system. According to his LinkedIn page, he is a data engineer at a car company based in California. Oh man, this guy traveling on a Greyhound that originated in Atlanta and taking it to New York City sounds like he was taking these moves to keep people from discovering his original point, which sounds like it must have been California. But give it an hour, I'm sure we're going to know more soon. He also calls himself the founder of Penn's first video game development club. He also listed artificial intelligence teaching assistant under his job when he was still studying. He also appeared in an article in a student publication at Penn that praised him for the video game club. Facebook seems to mostly have posts from 2019. He also calls himself the co-founder of App Roar Studios, which is described as an app development startup founded to provide the simplest and most engaging gaming experience. In my opinion, this guy is genetically blessed. Not trying to celebrate him, but he is a good-looking guy, which explains why he was said to have been flirting with the front desk clerk at the hostel in New York where he stayed. To me, it sounds like his ego and narcissism may have betrayed him, because that's when he let the mask drop, capturing his face on a security camera there. And that's pretty much what got him busted. I mean, looking at Luigi's face, I can now see it in the images that the police in New York released, especially the one of him smiling in the hostel. I'm going to be looking all over social media to see what I can find, and I'm hoping that people will contact me if they know him. Like and subscribe to my channel. That's all for now.